We welcome you to an evening of Rays baseball from Tropicana Field. Rays play host to the Pittsburgh Pirates, coming off a 4-1 win last night, and the Rays hold a 3.5-game lead in the American League East. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to Rays baseball with Brian Anderson, Dwayne Statz. Good to have you aboard. Tricia Whitaker joined us throughout the evening as well. The Rays tops in the major leagues in runs scored with 199 runs, and the righty-lefty combination in the lineup tonight, Harold Ramirez and Luke Raley, a big reason for all of that offense.
Yeah, because they're flexing some muscles. I mean, both of these guys with the long ball. Harold Ramirez, a concerted effort this season to try to put more power into his game, to get the ball in the air more often. And we always talk about his approach. The first and second strike, those are Harold Ramirez's pitches, and he is going to turn it loose. If you get something out over the plate, listen, at your own peril, including last night with that long bomb right there. 6 home runs in 76 at-bats so far this season. Took him 403 to get it last year. So the concerted effort for the home run and the long ball for Harold Ramirez paying off in a big way. Luke Raley, on the other hand, interestingly enough, he made some mechanical adjustments to his swing to allow himself to become more efficient. A more efficient Luke Raley with all of that power, guess what? That's going to lead to more home runs. 3 in 127 through 21 and 22, and this season already was 7 in just 62 at-bats. He is making them count.
Yeah, that run production is half the story, run prevention the other half, and it begins with great pitching, and we have one of those on the mound. Shane McClanahan tonight will get the start for the Rays.
Shane McClanahan, the 2 words that come to mind when you think about Shane McClanahan, remarkably consistent. I mean, this is a guy who takes the ball, he's going to go out, give you as many innings as you need that night. His outing last time against the White Sox was cut short because the Rays offense was so good, but what he has done on the season, and you see the season numbers, that's a career high strikeout rate. The team is 6-0 in his starts. He's given up, talking about consistency, 2 earned runs or fewer in all 6 starts. That's a guy that goes out, sets the tone, and wins you ball games.
So McClanahan 5-0, making his 7th start of the year with that ERA of 2.12. He is opposed by right-hander Mitch Keller, also unbeaten. He is 3-0, covering his first 6 starts. Comes in with an earned run average of a little better than 3.5. Rays and the Bucks from Tropicana Field. By Frontier, uncable yourself. Get fiber internet. By the Florida Lottery, which has generated over $43 billion for Florida students and schools. By Truist. And by GTE Financial, where banking is instantly easy. The Rays and the Pirates, Game 2 coming up. Ramirez homered and drove in 2, leading Tampa Bay to a 4-1 victory. Tonight, left-hander Shane McClanahan goes to the hill, looking to keep his perfect record in 2023 intact. There is the young lefty headed to the mound for the Rays tonight. Out of USF. Last year coming off that 12-8 season, covering 28 starts, and off to a 5-0 beginning this year. That covers 6 starts, and we'll take a look at the lineup he'll face tonight for Pittsburgh, presented by your local Ford dealers. It will be Brian Hayes leading it off at third, then Brian Reynolds in center, Andrew McCutchen the DH, Carlos Santana is at first base, Connor Joe in left, Rodolfo Castro the shortstop, Miguel Andujar is in right field. The number 8 hitter, Ji-hwan Bae, is at second base. Austin Hedges will again do the catching, and he will bat ninth.
Well, and they will be facing off against Shane McClanahan. The Rays
lefty, opening day starter, started the All-Star game a season ago for the American League, and this is what he did against the Pittsburgh Pirates back in June of 2022. 7 strong innings, 1 earned run, did not walk anybody, 10 strikeouts. The model of efficiency right there. That's why he's #1 in my book.
And we are set. Derek Shelton, the manager of this Pittsburgh ball club, and off to a great start. They're 20-10, holding a 1.5 game lead over Milwaukee in his 4th season. And a former member of the Kevin Cash coaching staff. First pitch of this game, and Hayes jumps on it and fouls it back. Strike 1. So we are underway here at Tropicana Field. Foul ball right at the plate. 0-2. Hayes had a base hit, scored a run last night. He was 1 for 5. And a swing and miss. That takes care of Hayes on 3 pitches.
You know what? With Shane McClanahan, pick your poison. He can put you away with anything. There's that split changeup of his. Look at the action on that pitch. You know, he gets about a 1.5 foot run on that pitch, not to mention the sinking action. So good luck with that, because you've got to be geared up for that high octane fastball, the curveball, or the slider.
Yeah, there's 97. Reynolds takes that for a strike at the knees. 3-pitch strikeouts. So McClanahan just second behind Spencer Strider. Liner into left. It's going to 2-hop the wall. Raley comes up with it. Throw back toward the infield. A 2-base hit for Reynolds. That's his 11th. He had 2 hits, including a double last night.
Let's quickly set that Rays defense for you in the outfield left to right. We've got Luke Raley, Jose Siri, and Josh Lowe across the infield third to first. Taylor Walls, Wander Franco, Brandon Lau, and Yandy Diaz with Francisco Mejia back behind the plate. Yeah, and how about this? He has gotten an extra base hit in 6 straight games. He is on some kind of little bender.
There's a fly ball the other way to McCutchen. Off the bat of McCutchen. Lowe makes the catch out there, and holding at second is Reynolds. So McCutchen on the first pitch takes it the other way, and it's tracked down by Lowe. You know, that's a veteran approach right there, because Shane McClanahan, we know how dangerous he is if he gets you to 2 strikes. So you get a fastball, you get something out over the plate that's hittable early, you had better go after it, because if the at-bat gets longer, you get into bigger trouble. Now the veteran Carlos Santana hitting from the right side against the Rays lefty. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball fouled back, 1-1. Well, the Pirates have come out swinging here in the first inning against McClanahan. You know, and they should, because again, he is a guy that's going to be around the plate, doesn't mess around. You know, we saw that stat with the 3-pitch strikeouts. That's a guy who he's not going to waste pitches. He just got 1, 2, and put you away. These guys know that he pitches from out in front, and so they're in there ready to hit. Don't think that Derek Shelton, knowing how the Rays do things and how they work and how McClanahan pitches, didn't have something to do with that. Well, takes the count to 2-2 right there, the foul ball. I don't understand why more teams aren't uber aggressive, and a lot of them are, against McClanahan early, because again, the deeper the count goes to 2 strikes, you're in big trouble. And this one drops low and the count is full, because he is a guy who, as you point out, will take his game right to a hitter, and he's going to throw a lot of strikes. Not dilly-dallying around. He's looking to cut the plate in halves. And it's a little low, down and in off the plate for ball 4. 2 men are on here in the first. Well, here he's trying to close out Carlos Santana with the slider.
And that pitch, I'll tell you, Carlos Santana's always had really good strike zone discipline. And you had to show it there because that's a pitch a lot of guys would have gone after.
Now Connor Joe. Lays off. Down and in.
I'll tell you what, this Pittsburgh lineup, they have had a ton of success against left-handed pitching this season. In fact, I think they've won their last 6 games started by a lefty.
Yeah, they dropped the first 2. They won 6 straight.
You look at their team numbers, you know, as far as OPS and batting average and slug and everything, right there at the top of the league. They've done a nice job against lefties. Now, Shane McClanahan is not your average ordinary lefty.
Take the count to 1-2. Well, there's a breakout there. 370 against lefties for Connor Joe. 263 against right-handed pitching. And oh, that pitch, 100, and it's just in off the plate. Look good from here.
Yeah, not from 100 miles an hour from right behind the catcher. I don't think it looked good to Quinn Wolcott. That, boy, that is so razor thin close.
And now a full count. So back-to-back 3-2 counts. It's popped up. Foul ball, and that will carry back over the screen. Back into the stands. We'll see another 3-2 pitch. The runners retrace their steps and will be breaking again. Brian Reynolds off second. Carlos Santana away from first base. To Joe. He got a swing and a miss. 99 took care of him. 2 men left on base, 2 strikeouts in the inning, and when we come back, Wander Franco will be the number 2 hitter when the Rays come in. Take a look at their lineup presented by your local Ford dealers. Yandy Diaz in there leading off again, followed by Wander Franco. Harold Ramirez, the DH tonight, hitting third in front of Brandon Lau. And Taylor Walsh and Josh Lowe. Jose Siri, the number 7 hitter. Luke Raley hits 8th, and it will be Francisco Mejia in the 9th spot doing the catching.
Well, taking the mound tonight for the Pittsburgh Pirates is going to be right-hander Mitch Keller, putting himself together a nice season. 6 starts on the season, perfect record, ERA in the mid-3s.
First pitch to Yandy, and he takes it away. Off the plate. 1-0. The right side, and that's going to be out of play.
He's been able to go out and give Derek Shelton innings. He's pitched at least 6 innings in 5 of his 6 starts, giving up 2 earned runs or fewer in 4 of the 6.
It's fouled out of play. And if he needed to, wanted to, he has a large inventory of pitches.
Well, yeah, all 3 versions of the fastball, the cutter, the 4, the 2, slider, curveball, changeup. There is a lot that he lays at the feet of a hitter. And all the way down, you know, the curveball is the second fewest, second least used pitch, and that's still at 13%. So he uses everything enough that you've got to consider it. The changeup, 4%, so maybe that's not a pitch you're necessarily going to look for, but he does come right at you with a lot.
And with a 3-2 count, Yandy takes his step outside the box, now back in. The 3-2 lifted to the right side, angling out from second bay, and Duhar from right is there, and he makes the catch. 1 away.
Well, let's take a quick look at the rest of that Pirate defense in the outfield, left to right. We've got Connor Joe, Brian Reynolds, and of course Miguel Andujar, former Yankee. Across the infield, third to first, Ke'Bryan Hayes, Rodolfo Castro, Ji-Hwan Bae, and Carlos Santana with Austin Hedges back behind the plate.
Wander starting the night at 3:01. Strike one. Franco with a run batted in last night, the stolen base. 1-1. Ball, 2 strikes.
Well, think about this at bat right here. You know, you get the fastball, then the cutter, then the curveball. You're going to do that with the better hitters. You got to mix it up.
And this one biting down and in, and a swing and miss. And Franco is out number 2.
Yeah, that's a nasty pitch down and in. Looked like he really yanked a cutter. There it is. And watch this thing just take off and disappear behind Wander as he completes the swing. You know, that's the other thing. Not only does he have all those different pitches, but they all have different and interesting attributes. Late life.
Yeah, that's a lot to wade yourself through if you're a hitter. And for a pitcher to have that many pitches. It's quickly ahead of Harold Ramirez, 0-2.
Hey, you've got a game plan. You read a hitter's approach, his swing. You know, like even right here. What do we talk about with Harold Ramirez? He first strike 1, strike 2, he is freewheeling. So where does Keller go? Down and away, down and away. Quickly gets ahead. Then he elevates. Now he can go anywhere else because the count is in his favor. Hasn't seen an off-speed pitch yet.
And a wave and a miss. There you go. It's exactly what he did there. And we go into the second, no score. Raffle jackpot. Proceeds support youth programming in Tampa Bay, so you can win big and support the community. Visit RaysBaseball.com/50/50. Rodolfo Castro. A little bit of that one. Fouled it. Switch hitting shortstop. The right side here against Shane McClanahan. Back toward the base of the stands, 0-2.
Two awkward swings here against Shane McClanahan. I think the first one was Castro thinking, oh, here's a fastball, realizing that it wasn't, kind of tried to abort the swing, couldn't do it, and then that right there, McClanahan crowds him with that heater at 96. Again, 0-2, hitter on his heels.
1 ball, 2 strikes. McClanahan will just continue to come right after you. You're the hitter up there. And he got the swing on that pitch in the dirt. Mejia down to first to complete the strikeout.
If you go back and just snip that at bat right there for Castro and show all 3 swings, those will probably go down as his worst 3 swings of the season. There were 2 half swings and then one where he got clearly beat by a fastball. Took the one changeup that was more presentable than that one. Couldn't hold up on the second one.
Gil Andujar. That's a strike. 97 to start him. Down 1-1. That's a big cut. 1-2. He's got a hitter in Andujar who wants to swing the bat. Cued off the end, down to first. Unassisted, Yandy Diaz handles that. 2 up and 2 down in the second inning. Crack open 2 cold ones and enjoy refreshing Budweisers for buy one, get one at every Friday home game on the Budweiser porch and other select locations around Tropicana Field. Ages 21 and over, please drink responsibly. Bay, and he takes a look at a pitch a little off the plate. Ji-hwan Bae, lefty on lefty here. Nothing. It's in there. Pirates had a couple men aboard in the first on the Reynolds double and a 2-out walk to Santana. They were left aboard. Now the 2-1. That's a strike, says Quinn Walcott, and Bae not happy with that.
No, not at all. He shouldn't be. This is a pitch out over the plate, yes, but well above the zone.
He smooth and cat-like with that mid. There's a check swing. The count is full, 3-2. We got to give somebody credit for that.
Well, yeah, and these guys, they train for that. You see them out there early before BP, out there pitch framing, working on pitches in different zones to try to present them well to the home plate umpire.
And now a turn away, and that's the ball and the walk. Bae draws the second walk given up by McClanahan. He walked 2 total in the 5-inning outing he had against the White Sox.
What pitch is he going to run on?
Well, he's 11 of 12 in the running department.
Yeah.
So get ready.
Yeah, no question. This team, the Pirates, they run a ton. No one better than Bae.
Swing and miss on the fastball by Austin Hedges.
And more often, I should say. 12 attempts already, like you said, 11 successful. Shane McClanahan, stolen base attempts against him, 3 total, 2 successful.
Boy, up there this time. It's 1-1.
And I would think with a guy like Shane McClanahan, where you need to create some offense, you just can't sit back and think you're going to slug Shane McClanahan. So you've got to get things going and try to create some offense with two outs in this inning. This would be the perfect time to try and test him.
Into center field. Siri is going to be there to glove it. No run to walk and a man left. Brandon Lau leads off the bottom of inning 2.
Fairbanks. Of course, Pete Fairbanks, today we spoke with him about the issues in his forearm he's having, forearm inflammation to be specific, and he said it's actually more towards his wrist area and he does not expect it to be a concern. He expects a minimum stint on the IL. This is a separate issue, guys, from the issue that he suffered in his fingers in the cold in Chicago. Josh Fleming, after being hit with a 113.1 mile per hour ball off the bat yesterday, got an MRI today, and all the imaging, it was still negative, guys. Good news.
Well, that's good news indeed. Bae bobbles this one, but recovers in time, and Brandon Lau's thrown out at first on the second pitch of the inning. Well, good news about Fleming, and we'll be hopeful about Fairbanks that stint on the IL will indeed be short, and that from here on out the Rays can play in warm weather.
Yes, or in the dome here, where he can go out and let it fly.
Walls lets one fly and a cut and a miss on that pitch. Strike 1.
Do like the fact that he is so optimistic and saying, look, this is nothing and it's actually closer to my wrist. That's really good news, because anytime you hear forearm, people immediately start to gravitate towards the elbow.
Yep.
So, and that's why he said, no, it's closer to the wrist than it is there. And so hopefully a minimum amount of time and you get the big guy back out there.
Pitch is inside 1-2. The interesting thing about that, and you would know, but I've had some pitchers tell me who wound up having Tommy John that the discomfort, it was there, but it was not excruciating.
Yeah, and you know what's, here's the thing too, when you tear the ligament, there aren't any pain receptors in the ligaments.
Yep.
You don't really feel it. What you're feeling is your forearm's being compromised. Your flexor mass is maybe peeling off the bone, or it's got a tear in it. And then what ends up happening is that flexor mass that is trying to take that load for you, you've compromised that. And now the ligament is helping to compensate for that, and it's not designed to do that for very long.
Yeah, that's why it's so tricky, trying to figure out what's wrong when initially you have those kinds of issues.
Yeah, and that's why any issue with the forearm, you play it overcautious.
Yep.
Because if I compromise the forearm, the ligament will come next.
2-2 upstairs. Walls has worked a full count. Josh Lowe on deck. And ball 4, so the Rays get a base runner. So down to first goes Walls with Josh Lowe due up.
Well, since we're going to have apparently a running series, Mitch Keller posing base stealers 4 for 4 off of him. We know that Taylor Walls will be looking to go.
Yep, and Walls is 5 of 5 in the running game. Slow takes a strike.
Did you see that camera angle? We had that false start. That is Taylor Walls, just like a test run on his jump against Keller. That's what he's doing. Information gathering. How can I read it?
Cut and miss.
You'll see guys do that. They almost go through a couple of dry runs down there, and then all of a sudden, third, fourth pitch, off they go because they feel like they have them timed up and they've got a good key. Pick up something with that front leg collapsing.
And this time, Keller with a prolonged hold out there.
That's it. You know, it used to be you would have the prolonged hold and a step off, but those step offs have become very valuable. You only get 2 of them. So it's a long, long hold. And with the pitch clock, that means Keller's got to have to come set early if he wants to hold for a long period of time, not let that clock run out.
Breaking ball foul. Right side.
That's what right-handed pitchers have to do. Whether you have a good pickoff move or not, you've got to vary your times to the plate. Hold. If you're a 2-beat guy, come set, 1001, 1002, head to the plate. It won't take a base stealer too long to figure that out. So you've got to vary your times.
To first. Lowe stepping back, down 2 strikes. And that's a strike call. Lowe caught looking for out number 2.
Looking for something out over the plate, and Mitch Keller decides I'm going to crouch it with a heater, and he just locks him up. Right there, not able to get out of that stance. He was not looking for that pitch in that location.
Jose Siri. A single, scored a run last night. Takes a strike. Siri part of the double steal the Rays pulled in the 5th inning.
Lean.
Strike. 0-2.
Keller doing a good job of trying to tap the brakes on Taylor Walls, trying to steal second, varying his times, different looks. He's not comfortable over there yet.
Pitch away. Ball 2 strikes. That steal of home by Siri last night, part of that double steal. He's one of 13 different players in Rays history to pull off a steal of home. 15 steals overall. And a wave and miss. He is out on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's 4 through 2 for Keller. No score. McClanahan listed there on the winners, the leaderboard in the winning department. Shane McClanahan, Garrett Cole, Clayton Kershaw, and Joe Ryan, all with 5. So revitalized Kershaw.
Yeah, how about it?
Here's Hayes taking that first pitch for a strike.
Been able to really change his game, morph his attack through the years.
The ball headed to Wander Franco. His throw is on the money. Hayes is out number 1 in the 3rd. And now Brian Reynolds. And the double in the 1st. He's 2 for 4 against McClanahan. First pitch, a chopper to 3rd. Walls throws a strike. 2 quick outs here.
Well, both of these pitchers right now in really good rhythm. And what that means, because their stuff is so good that we talked about it with these Pirates early in the game. They're up there ready to swing the bat against McClanahan. That is not going to change. So you continue to make quality pitches early in counts. You can get some quick outs.
Well, there's a first pitch strike to McCutchen.
Tell you, that's something that we've seen here tonight from McClanahan, maybe more than normal. That fastball in on these righties early in the game. Don't get any ideas about diving.
That pitch just missed. 1-1. Kitchen lays off on the pitch down. 2-1. High shot back into deep left. Raley's all the way to the wall, and that one's going to get out. McCutchen hits his 6th home run of the year. And it's 1-0 Pittsburgh.
Dwayne, when you look at Andrew McCutchen this season, all of his damage has been mostly on fastballs, out over the plate, even elevated. Watch where this 4-seamer is. That's top of the zone, just above the belt, and McCutchen's able to get on top of it. But look at that uppercut swing, perfect contact out in front of the plate. But that's where all his damage has been. He's trying to lay off those pitches down in the zone because that's what's given him trouble, especially if it's off speed.
Liner into center, playing on one hop Siri, and Santana follows with the base hit. A 2-out solo home run by McCutchen. 1-1 pitch and a base hit by Santana.
You just don't see a lot of guys get on top of that pitch, because if you go back and look, that was 99 miles an hour. I mean, that's not your average ordinary fastball. That is high octane up there between the belt and the letters. And he met it squarely.
There's a strike.
Watch, they want it up. Okay, we're going to get him to him up. And he gets on top of it. It was at 96. Either way, that's right there at the top of the zone. Shouldn't be hit that hard.
Popped up by Joe. Foul ball. Playable for Yandy Diaz. A run on the home run. A man left. Bottom of the 3rd coming. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Guaranteed minimum jackpot for the Rays Saturday, May 6th, 50-50 charity raffle. You can enter online starting the morning of the game at raysbaseball.com/50-50. Luke Raley hitting out of the 8th spot for the Rays against Mitch Keller, ahead in the count now, 1-0. That's a hot shot. Oh, into that first baseman's mitt. Santana races to the bag with that outstretched mitt and got to the bag before Raley could get there.
What a play by Carlos Santana. That ball sharply hit by Raley. Look at the dive. That's not an easy hop either. Now he gets up, realizes Keller's not there, and it's a race. Goes glove first.
Yeah, the only other person who was going to cover first was Manny Gonzalez, the first base umpire. That ball was so sharply hit. Keller had no shot of getting over there.
Nope.
1-0 the count to Mejia. Right back, 1-1. Mitch Keller, 27-year-old right-hander. The chopper's foul.
You know, I think that the pitch clock has had a residual effect on defense. With guys being forced to work quicker, defenders can't get lazy out there. They're on the balls of their feet all the time. That's only going to help with their reactions.
Yep. And the other thing I think that also lends itself to that pace is the fact that there's no shifting. And so the plays we see are more athletic than somebody hitting into a shift right at somebody. I think those two combos have made this a quicker pace game and more enjoyable from a viewing point of view.
You know, and it forces teams to, you know, make sure that you have athletes out there in the field that can make these plays because you can't hide them anymore.
Yep. He fouls another one. So he's working an extended at bat here. That's 7 pitches in. Pretty good athletic infielder right there. Chop right side. Bay makes the play. 2 ground ball outs.
Reveal a world of excitement. Anytime, anywhere. Try these new scratch-offs from the Florida Lottery.
We have a 1-0 game. Pittsburgh with a run in the top of the inning on the 2-out home run by McCutchen. 2 outs now in the bottom of the inning. And here is Yandy Diaz. First pitch is a strike. Yandy with 7 home runs this year. It's a strike around the knees. Away, 1-2.
But Keller's delivery is just so simple. And, you know, just throw it in there. Tall, lanky. Again, we talked about the life on his pitches. Just turn and burn.
Take there on the pitch, breaking down and away. 2-2. Maybe more aptly put, sweeping away.
What in
this world bounces in.
That was a tough miss there. You don't typically see this on a fastball, but boy, did he yank that one down and away.
Foul back. Came back with a fastball up and in. Boy, that's one extreme to the other with the fastball.
Yeah, those locations are many, many, many feet apart.
And a ground ball. That's going to be up the middle into center field. Yandy's going to make a turn and hang on right there.
107.4 is my guess. That ball was smoked. Oh, wow. Look at
110.5.
Another one for Yandy over 110. I think the gun is juiced. The StatCast gun is juiced. I'll tell you what, his bat right now is juiced. Early in the season, Yandy Diaz has been tearing it up. A lot of these Rays hitters have.
Wander Franco fouling it for a strike. Ball, 1 strike. Well, the Rays collect their first hit. They got their base runner initially 1 out in the second on the walk drawn by Taylor Walls. Now 2 out single by Yandy Diaz. Franco on the ground, and that's going to take a bound over the glove of Bay. Diaz going to go to third. First and third with 2 outs, and the Rays put up a threat.
Certainly looked like Bay was going to have an opportunity to make a play there to get out of this inning, but that ball came up on him, and you'll see he almost goes into just self-defense mode. Changeup, stays up middle. Wander puts a great swing on it, hits that ball hard. And then right here's what we're talking about. That ball comes up on Bay. He's going to make the play, right? No, he comes up, just, man, almost got him right in the near that head area. It's a little unnerving.
And here is Harold Ramirez. Rays with their first opportunity. The strike call on the outside edge.
This is just what he did to him in his last at bat. Fastball away, fastball up and in, and then a slider.
And Harold has been red hot. Last 19 games, over 380. The ground ball left side. Castro has it get away from him, and the run scores. And the Rays have tied the game. 2 hits and an error, and it's a 1-1 ball game.
We're just talking about the residual effect of the pitch clock on good defense, and right there, the Pirates with a golden opportunity to get out of this inning unscathed, and Castro just comes up on this ball. Doesn't get through the baseball, comes up and a little bit too early.
Oh, he had all kinds of time. Got away from him.
Thinking about making a throw before you actually glove the baseball.
Brandon Lau. That's a strike. The Rays get the unearned run, and now trying to cash in more. That's a liner into center. That's going to be in for a base hit, and a big hop away from Reynolds. It's going to roll to the wall. Franco has scored. Ramirez will come around to score. Into second base goes Lau, and suddenly the Rays lead 3-1. Wow, with the line drive into center that bounced away from Bryan Reynolds.
You give major league teams an extra out, and it can get ugly. Brandon Lau, a great job of staying on that changeup, both him and Wander, and then the bouncy ball off the bouncy turf, off the glove, to clear the bases.
Well, the Pirates are talking it over on the mound, and what a big hit that turned out to be for the Rays. And Brandon Lau, he stayed right on that pitch.
And I'm sure that meeting was all about calming everybody down, Mitch Keller and everybody else, because remember, a routine ground ball to shortstop was going to end this inning. It got away from Castro, and the Rays have started to pile on.
There's Taylor Walls. It's popped up. Going to be out of play. Strike one. Well, the error on the ground ball by Ramirez opened the door. That gave the Rays their first run and set up the situation where the Rays have grabbed the lead 3-1. Upstairs, it's 1-1. Foot out of the way there. 2 balls and a strike. It's going to be out of play the other way. 2-2. Allow credit for a double on that line drive to center, and the big bounce off the glove of Reynolds. We've got both runs home. Now 2-2 on Taylor Walls. And that caught that corner. Came back a little at 96, but the Rays scored 3. The end of 3, 3-1. Keys taking a look at what the Rays have done at home this year. 15-2, scoring over 6 runs a game, and 310 with men in scoring position at Tropicana Field. And in the 4th, Castro, the shortstop, leads off, taking ball 1.
Well, listen, what of those numbers, what is the one that jumps out at you the most?
Pitch is down, 2-0.
I mean, those numbers, you go to circle one or do a check mark next to one, point one out, but they're all amazing.
Yes, they are. I mean, home run difference, plus 19.
4 shutouts.
Yeah. I mean,
15-2 record. And you write down the list, this team, and they just continue to push themselves. The thing you love about the Rays is they're worried about today. Tomorrow will take care of itself.
well, that's where the focus should be. And boy, we've talked about the varied approach to this offense that makes it up. And if you give them an extra out, good luck with that. And that's what happened there in the bottom of the 3rd.
It's too potent of an offense. There are no soft landing spots. There is production up and down that lineup. And a 4-out inning is not going to go very well typically for the opposition.
Big cut to miss. Castro out on strikes.
And you think about Castro's first at bat where he had some really, really awkward swings. And then here, just a power slider, nowhere near it. You wonder if Castro had taken that at bat out in the field with him that last half inning.
Yep.
Still wondering what in the world McClanahan's featuring.
There's a strike, 96. Castro came into this game. There's a little chopper over the middle. Who's going to get it on the run? Franco, and he makes the exchange quickly to get Andujar.
You know who made this play right here? Brandon Lau. Watch Brandon Lau pull up. These guys are going to collide, right? Brandon pulls up and lets Wander cross in front and end up making the play. But Brandon Lau, by not continuing to charge Studer and having a feel for his teammate, allowed Wander to do his thing.
Hey, spins out of the way of that pitch close. 1-0. And a bunt, a pretty good one. Nobody's going to get that one. Well, perfectly placed by Bay. He could not have taken that ball and rolled it with his hand in a better spot.
You're absolutely right. Left on left, a drag bunt. This is perfectly executed. The timing of it, the placement of it. He's past the bag before the ball gets to an infielder's glove. Even the footwork by getting his feet ready to get running up that baseline is still keeping him in the batter's box.
And now a little issue, I guess, on Walcott with Derek Shelton. And now Shelton's into it with the third base umpire, the crew chief, Adrian Johnson.
Yeah, something with the pitch clock. I think he thought that there was a violation.
Shelton, Walcott, we had a little exchange last night, and then Adrian Johnson, the crew chief, and now we're getting
Derek Shelton
complicated conversation going on now.
He's got something for everybody.
Well, last night it was Adrian Johnson and Derek Shelton, with the Hedges situation.
Which, you know what, the report was after the game that Adrian Johnson and the crew told Derek Shelton and Austin Hedges that they missed one. That they should have called that on Ryan Thompson.
It's interesting. McClanahan talking with Hedges in front of the plate while the argument was taking place.
I'm sure at that point he was already thrown out, so he's going to go get his money's worth from the crew chief.
More than a friendly chat right there. And Johnson, the crew chief, tried to get away from Shelton, and pretty good job of continuing to keep the lines of communication open.
You have two grown men yelling at each other inches away from their face. There's a real good chance that there's some shrapnel being exchanged.
Look at McCutcheon.
Front row seat.
The swing and miss by Hedges. Now it's 1-2. Around and around we go.
You don't get too many of those anymore,
no.
So I don't mind them.
No. Runner takes off. The pitch is wide. It gets away. Mejia will watch it go to the backstop as he tries to retrieve it. Bay's going to go all the way to third. Well, Bay was breaking, so he's going to get a stolen base and a move to third on the continuation on a wild pitch.
Well, here it is. He is off and running. We thought he was going to be heading out there the last time he was able to earn a walk. But this time, with that ball getting away, he scampers all the way to third.
2-2 on Hedges. Fouled away. Boy, this inning started with a strikeout and then that chopper to short. Pretty routine, almost mundane, and then the bunt single by Bay, and all kinds of things started to break loose then. Swing and miss. Hedges out in front is out on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning for McClanahan. 3-1 Rays. Coming in to hit at the bottom of the 4th inning. Rays single game tickets are on sale now at RaysBaseball.com. The 2023 season presented by Bayfront Health. Boy, a lot going on here at Tropicana Field. Home run by McCutcheon. The Rays come back, score 3 in the bottom of the 3rd, unearned. A big error there. Heated conversation in the top of the 4th. Derek Shelton and Quinn Walcott and Adrian Johnson all involved in that. Then between innings, we had a marriage proposal in the stands.
Yes, and she said
what
yes.
is going on?
She said yes. You always wonder how those are going to go. That's a gutsy move.
Yeah, that's right.
Because if she's not into it, and it truly is a surprise.
Ooh, there's strike 3. Josh Lowe out on strikes, caught looking for the 2nd time. He has seen nothing but strikes. He had a 5-pitch at bat in the 1st inning, got down 0-2, fouled a couple pitches, and then was caught looking, and 3 pitches this time caught looking.
And where were the caught looking pitches? Fastballs up and in.
Siri, that's a strike.
So he's getting ahead of Josh Lowe, and Josh Lowe is looking for something out over the plate and has been locked up twice by heaters.
Lifted to the right side. Santana digging hard down near the bullpen, and he makes an over-the-shoulder catch. That's a nice play by Carlos Santana.
Maintaining concentration, running at an odd angle, but look at those eyes. Those eyes never leave that baseball. Watches it right into that glove. That's the tough thing about this roof here at Tropicana Field. When you find the baseball, you had better stay with that baseball. It can be tricky. We saw it last night. It cost the Pirates a base hit.
Raley takes the off-speed pitch, a breaking ball that stayed out there.
Actually, it cost him a run. That was when, after the walk to Margot, Siri hit that pop-up into center field that no one could get to, no one could find.
Siri, the second out of this inning. 1-1 to count on Raley. Up and away. 2-1. Strike. 2-2. Now the count is full. And a strike on the corner. Raley caught looking. 1, 2, 3 go the Rays. We move into the fifth. 3-1 Tampa Bay. The game now available at a new low price starting at $119.99. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. In the fifth inning, Shane McClanahan's first pitch is a strike call. Brian Hayes is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground ball to Franco at short. He's off the pitch down. 1-1. Foul ball. 1-2. Chopper headed to the third baseman Walls, and he makes the play. Walls came in, made the pickup and the throw on the move, and it was right on the money to get Hayes.
All in one motion. He is so seamless in the transition from glove to hand. Glove, hand, target, accuracy. Look at anticipating, and that puts him in a great athletic position to charge that ball and then getting it off as quickly as he did.
Swing and a miss at the fastball by Ryan Reynolds. A strike.
Was that, by the way, was that Walls' cam? I mean, that was right. That was Taylor Walls, like personal valet cameraman.
It's been fun to watch him play. And another strike. This one called on the outside part of the plate. 0-2. He anticipates. We talk about base runners who get that little hop and then they get a great read. He does that defensively all the time.
Well, he times up the pitcher's delivery to the plate, and so he puts himself, he times it up to be on the balls of his feet as the ball's going towards home plate. So that way he can go back, forward, left, or right. He's not caught flat-footed. And he's always, and that's what every infielder should do. Every infielder should anticipate that delivery, and you kind of, little choppy steps, whatever it is, and then all of a sudden get yourself into a fielding position on the balls of your feet. There he goes. Read it.
2-2.
You do a little split screen action and show what you're talking about, because it puts him in a great position to be able to move in any direction you need to right now.
Ball 3. I mean, there's not a pitch that he's not anticipating.
That's his routine. That's what he does.
Yep.
So here he is. Now this is his rest time. Now Shane's getting ready to pitch. He's going to get his feet ready. Here we go. And now there you go.
Ground ball down to third. He backhands and the throw to first right there. And a nice job. Boy, nice timing on that as well.
Could that have been set up any better?
It could not.
The truck all over it.
Well,
but that's what we're talking about. He lands down. Okay, ready. There's the ball delivered to the plate. I'm ready. Able to go to the backhand side. Not an easy play. Made it look pretty easy.
I mean, that's how he's already there and makes these plays. It's great anticipation with a strike to McCutchen. And I'll tell you, our guys and gals in the truck, they are the best. And that was, to pull that off was outstanding.
All you got to do is ask.
They're very accommodating, too. They're very friendly people to work with.
Well.
pitch just missed. 2-1. So now they're embarrassed.
No, they're not real happy.
Swing and miss. 2-2.
I got word that the home clubhouse was not real happy with me last night with the whole Wander Franco pant deal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you know, like maybe I was accusing them when I said they went into the wrong locker, just having some fun.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't like that.
Yeah, well.
Because they're like, those are the pants that Wander wanted, and we did. We were able to accommodate him.
Yeah.
Like our try. So don't be insinuating that we're not doing our job down here. They were not happy.
And I know that you would never mean to do that. There's a swing and miss. McCutchen out on strikes. We're headed into the bottom of the fifth. There's some of the hardest working people in show business. Rays answered with 3 in the bottom of the third inning. Best record through 30 games. Well, the Rays 24-6. And you look at the breakout. I mean, the 84 Tigers, boy, they got onto that great start and just continued to wreak havoc. The Dodgers in 77. There's Ricky Henderson with the 81 Athletics. Joe Madden with the Cubs.
How about that? May be our most personality-filled graphic of all time. I mean, all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what's interesting too about that Tiger team, and they're sitting there at the head of the class at 26-4. From that point on, they won 9 of their next 10. They started 35-5.
1-2 now.
I only know that because I bandwagon that team.
Yeah.
Something fierce. Totally. Yeah, Detroit's close enough.
Yeah, that's right. Off the front of the dugout there, that foul ball by Mejia. And who could forget Ricky Henderson breaking the all-time stolen base record?
You were there for it.
Yes, and stole third in Oakland. And they stopped, and he had the bag over his head, said a few words proclaiming, "I am the greatest."
True Ricky fashion.
It was so good. Yeah. Yep. 2, that's up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the order on deck, Yandy Diaz. Oh, a shot, but it's going to be well fouled. Pretty good distance on that one off the bat of the Rays catcher. He had a long at bat. He got behind his first time up. Fouled off a number of pitches. Doing the same with the 2-2 count here in the 5th. And now it's a full count. The line in right, and Andujar's going over there, and that's going to fall. He was very tentative. And into second base goes Mejia. Well, Andujar making his 3rd career start in right field, and the first one here at Tropicana Field, and he was very tentative.
Well, here he is right here, and he's got some room to cover as he heads towards the line, but that ball was up there an awful long time. Let's take a look and see his jump. Ball's up. It's just not running full speed. There's just no comfort there in going after that baseball. Kind of running at that 2/3, 3/4 speed, and it dropped in fair territory.
Yandy Diaz breaking pitch in for a strike.
I mean, you know that Andujar moves better than that.
Yep. Big opportunity for the Rays to add on. They took advantage of the error in the 3rd inning. Up the middle, backhanded by Bay. Throw to first is in time. What a play by Bay. Mejia goes to 3rd. And Yandy Diaz, who thought he might have had a run batted in and a base hit there, has it taken away by Bay.
Yeah, he absolutely did. Base hit up the middle. Yandy had to feel real good about that. It was to the shortstop side. But look at the ground that Bay covered to get there. My goodness, to the backhand, full extension, up, strong throw, in time. What a play.
Infield up for Wander Franco. Around his knees, off the plate, well inside, ball one. One. Moves the count to a ball, 2 strikes. Chop, that's going to be charged by Bay. He bobbles and now goes to first and throws wildly. The run is scored. Franco's around second, on his way to third by the time Andujar gets over to make the pickup. And the Rays now lead 4-1.
If Bay comes up with that clean, they're going to get the out at home plate. And so I don't know if this was on the exchange or he never gloved it. Contact play, he's off and running. It was on the transfer. Had plenty of time to make a strong throw to the plate to get Mejia. Gets into the glove, and then as he goes to make the throw, it comes loose. Then he recovers and panics with the throw to first, and that got away from him.
And the Rays wind up with another man at third. The infield stays up. Still just 1 out in what is a 4-1 game now. Strike to Ramirez.
Pirate defense in this series so far, not exactly what Derek Shelton is looking for. Misplays, plays that weren't made that should have been made.
It's up and in, 1-1. Franco will get credit for a run batted in and an error charge to Bay, his 5th of the year. Franco winds up at third. And that's a high chop, going to be over the drawn in infield for a base hit. Franco scores. And on that chopper, Ramirez has a run batted in. It's 5-1. Well, with that drawn in infield, no chance on this one.
Right into the ground. And again, Rays getting extra opportunities and taking advantage. That Harold Ramirez just continues his torrid stretch over the last 3 weeks or so.
2 runs home in the inning.
And think about, go back to the 3rd inning. All 3 of those runs were unearned.
Yes.
I mean, it's been a comedy of errors here for the Pirates, and it's put them in a 5-1 hole. A lot of hard lessons being learned by a young team.
Brandon Lau is the hitter. Down and in to Lau, the left-hander. Jose Hernandez loosening in the Pittsburgh bullpen. One and one. And in the midst of all of this, still only 1 out. He opened with the double, had the extended at bat, doubled up the right field line. Pitch drops low, 2-1. Ironically, the one out the Pirates have recorded was on an outstanding play by Bay, and then Bay was charged with the error on the ball that Franco hit out there and wound up at third. 2-2 on Lau.
I mean, really opposite ends of the spectrum. How spectacular the one play was, and then the other one, he gloved it. He had the play right in front of him. Could not grab that ball.
Well, the fortune turned that quickly from that great play to the error 4 pitches later. 3 more pitches and the Rays had another run. 2-2 to Brandon. Down the left side, slicing toward the stands, out of play it goes. The Rays to this point have 5 runs on 5 hits. 2 Pittsburgh errors contributed. Lau fouls it again to the opposite side. Lau is out on strikes. 2 gone. The Rays with the 5-1 lead. They're now plus 110 in the run department.
You know, this offense has been tough to corral all season. That was a good pitch there by Keller, that curveball against Brandon Lau. He's seen his fair share of off speed here over the last few games.
Taylor Wall shoots it right back down the middle, deep to center. Reynolds will go back at the track in front of the 4:04 marker. Makes the catch, and the Rays are finished. But they tack on 2. It's 5-1. It was the home run in the top of the third. 2 outs, bases empty. Andrew McCutchen hit his 6th home run of the year to give Pittsburgh the lead. But the Rays answered with the assistance of an error. A couple of base hits by Yandy and Wander, and then Ramirez reaching on the error. He came up with 3 runs. Brandon Lau with the double. The Rays added 2 in the 5th inning. A double by Mejia keyed that, but an error played a big part on the ball hit by Franco. Bay charged with the error. Ramirez with the chop. Got the base hit and a run batted in to make that a 2-run inning. And it's 5-1 as we go to the 6th. Shane McClanahan facing Carlos Santana. The first pitch is a strike. 79 pitches to this point for McClanahan. 1 pitch into the 6th. That's a foul ball that got a part of Mejia. With that, Quinn Walcott will take a trip to the mound to personally deliver a new baseball to Shane McClanahan, and Mejia taking an extra moment. Walcott out there conversing with McClanahan while the Rays tend to their catcher, Francisco Mejia.
Trying to catch his breath.
Here with a little look over at Carlos Santana, and he says, don't say anything to me right now.
No.
You might be bigger than me and stronger, but I've got a lot more incentive. So things are okay. 2 strikes the count to Santana. Pitch is up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. care of Santana. Retired for the first time. Strikeout number 7. Cheer on your favorite left fielder in Randy Land. Every Friday home game, fans can purchase a seat in left field and receive an exclusive Randy Arozarena t-shirt. Buy your special Randy Land ticket at RaysBaseball.com/RandyLand. Connor Joe looks at strike 1. Nothing in 2. 1 out into the 6th inning. In 4 of the prior 6 starts, McClanahan has gone 6 innings.
Can you imagine doing a telecast out from just behind Randy Land on a Friday night?
There could be obstructed views from there. That's a liner and a base hit into center. Series over, and that ball gets by him off the webbing of his glove. And Joe's on his way to third. He's going to wind up there. Well, what started out to be a base hit. That's a.
Well, take a look. Siri puts himself in position to cut this ball off. That tremendous speed. He gets there, and I guarantee you that Jose will tell you, I've got to have that.
Yeah, they initially called that a triple, but it started out to be a single, maybe a contested double.
Yep. Yeah, if he's able to glove that, he turns, spins, and throws it in. Connor Joe probably gets there, but I guarantee you that Jose Siri did all that work to get there, and then that ball right off the end of the glove.
So they score that a hit now all the way, a triple. Chopped to third, foul.
This is where Shane McClanahan, with his power stuff, look to get a strikeout here. More than capable of doing that, but got to get to 2 strikes first. Quality pitches early. It's Castro trying to put this ball in play, give the Pirates another run. McClanahan's gotten him twice.
It's down. 2-1. One to count. The Pirates are 0 for 10 with runners in scoring position last night. 0 for 3 tonight. McClanahan trying to keep that trend alive. He throws it by Castro. 2-2.
Castro has had some not very good swings here tonight against McClanahan. This ball blown by him. He is so tardy on that swing. He's caught in between all 4 pitches that McClanahan features.
Strike 3 call. He got him looking at 99 there. Well, a couple strikeouts swinging, and this one looking. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
Well, listen, it's a 4-seam fastball. It's right down the middle of the plate with high octane velocity behind it. And Castro, who has had a rough night in the field at the plate, doesn't even get the bat off the shoulder there.
Miguel Andujar, which is down. Well, a little over 90 pitches from McClanahan. There's Ryan Thompson getting loose up the right field line. Cut and a miss. 1-1. There's a strike. Inside edge at 97. 1-2.
I think Shane is feeling that the end of his outing may be coming soon, and he is airing it out here with that runner at third, not wanting to allow the Pirates to creep any closer.
And a swing and a miss. He got the chase right there on the changeup. Struck him out. 5-1 Rays, middle of the 6th. Brought to you by Outback Steakhouse. Big plays deserve big steaks. Catering by Outback Steakhouse. By Toyota. Let's go places. And by the Aggressive Attorneys, Winters and Yawker. Bottom of inning 6. Shane McClanahan, 6 innings under his belt. Up a run on 5 hits. And Jose Hernandez will be the new pitcher. Left-hander from the Pittsburgh bullpen.
Outstanding numbers all the way up and down. 11 strikeouts, 1 walk, ERA sub 1, whip sub 1.
Oh, a shot high and deep to right. That baby's gonna go. Out of here. Home run off the bat of Josh Lowe. Number 6.
Did that get the back wall?
They're saying 455 feet. I don't know how it could not.
Yeah, they
hit
got
that
the
back
back wall. My goodness.
That was a rocket off his bat.
He had such a leveraged swing. Long, lanky arms, an athlete, and he caught it clean.
So the Rays now have a 5-run lead. It's the longest home run hit this year by a Ray.
That's got to be way up the list on longest home run hit in this building.
I would think so. I mean, it truly was. You talk about a pitch being launched. That was. Big swing and miss by Siri, 0-2. It was some blast off the bat of Josh Lowe. Lowe had a home run on the trip up to Chicago. That's foul. Still 2 strikes.
Apparently, Dwayne, the D-ring saved the back wall and the scoreboard because it hit that before it was able to make it to that back area.
That is an unbelievable shot.
Yes, it was.
It gets out there into the shadows in the background. You're not really sure exactly where it landed or where it hit. You just knew that it was well gone with the jump off the bat, the trajectory of that. Here it is again. Take a look at this.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that would have peppered that scoreboard.
Yep. 2-2. Yeah, if it's not interrupted, they might be patching the scoreboard right now. Pitch is down. 3-2. Pitch wide. Well, here's another look. That fastball in.
You see the reaction of Hernandez was the best. He didn't even give it a second look. He just looked back towards second base, knew the result of that. What a shot.
Raley swings and misses.
Be careful because this guy has a little juice too.
Yes, he does. 2. Well, now a balk. They're going to award Siri a base, so he'll move up to second.
All the self-inflicted wounds here tonight for the Pirates, the mistakes. Flinch, back legs, back leg flinch.
And Raley is out on strikes against the lefty.
Well, you don't have to do much. You do not have to do much. One false move, and they'll get you.
Francisco Mejia got a couple extended at bats, got a double and scored a run. That double in the 5th opened the inning and led to a 2-run inning. Foul the other way. Chase Anderson, who just joined the club, is up in the bullpen. Popped up right side. Santana's after it. Coming in is Andujar. So that will be out number 2. Let's check in with Tricia right now. Tricia, what do you got?
Well, yeah, guys, we saw Yandy Diaz smack that 2-out single early in the game, and that was a hard hit ball. You guys mentioned it, over 110 miles per hour off the bat, and Yandy now has an MLB high of 12 batted balls hit at 110 plus miles per hour this season. And look no further than the man in charge to state his worth. Rays president of baseball operations, Eric Neander, said, listen, his value can't be overstated. He's a player that puts the ball in play, and he has the ability to get on base. That's hard to find. And guys, GM Pete Bendix added to that, and he said, listen, his on-base ability, it is unparalleled. So guys, Yandy hitting the ball hard and getting on base.
Yeah, Yandy called time so you could get that report complete. And so now that first pitch didn't count, and here is the first pitch of the at-bat, and that's in there for a strike.
He has such a great combination of that hard hit ability and the plate strike zone discipline. That's why he's an on-base machine. Take his walks, get his hits. He's going to hit around 300 every year because he hits the ball so hard. He's not afraid to use the whole field. We've seen him actually pulling more for power this season. So you're going to have an average up around that number, and then the ability to take walks because of your strike zone discipline. You'll be right at the top of the heap year in and year out with the on-base percentage.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Rays facing Jose Hernandez. We got 5 runs off Mitch Keller. Just 1 earned. 2-2. Suri walked and then was walked to second. There's a runner at second. 2 outs and 2-2 the count on the hitter. Diaz is out on strikes to retire the side. Rays tack on another run on a 455-foot blast off the bat of Josh Lowe, and it's 6-1 Tampa Bay.
Remarkably consistent with his performances. 2 earned runs or fewer in all 6 of his starts. We'll make it all 7 now. 6 strong innings. 5 hits given up, just a 1 earned run, 9 strikeouts. You saw all the swings and misses, 17 swings and misses. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud, and you can look at the strikeouts. 4-seam fastball involved, that changeup of course involved to those right-handed hitters, and 1 with that nasty slider.
Chase Anderson has joined the team as the new pitcher. Anderson facing Bay to begin the 7th inning. Davis is wide after missing in with the first one. It's 2-0. Off the plate in, 3-0. Catcher Hedges will be next, and then to the top of the order, Hayes. One.
Well, Chase features the fastball, 2-seam and 4-seam. He'll cut it, change up, a slider, a curveball. Use everything.
The fastball is by Bay, and the count is 3-2.
Yeah, and right now it's about filling up that strike zone, making these Pittsburgh Pirate hitters earn their way onto base.
Ground ball, that's going to be a fair ball between Walls and the line. Raley returns it to the infield, and Bay is on for the 3rd time with a walk, a bunt single, and now base hit to left.
Watch this 95-mile-an-hour fastball middle, and look how deep Bay lets it get into the zone and just slaps it the other way. All that speed and all that room to work with. Just get it rolling that way.
Austin Hedges. '94 wide. 1-0. Popper, foul ball. Biondi angling back to make the catch. That's the first out. We'll swing around to the top side of the Pittsburgh lineup. Action down in the bullpen. Cody Bolton throwing. Runner takes off. The peg down is not in time, and a stolen base easily for Bay.
You know what? You know what's interesting? We go back and take a look at that throw down there by Mejia. Let's see if they would have gotten him if it was a force out. No, he's still there. That's the kind of jump, the kind of speed that Bay has. No chance.
So he has a couple steals tonight and is 13 of 14 in the running game. Ball by the mound, backhand picked by Lau. Throw to first. 2 gone, and over to third goes Bay. Be sure and get in on the action with exclusive on-field seating in the Papa John's bullpen box. Reserve the Papa John's bullpen box by email. Email groupsales@raysbaseball.com. Brian Reynolds. It's at a strike. It's going to be a strike. In off the plate, but he could not check.
No, that was a nasty late cutter by Chase Anderson. Good pitch. You've seen that fastball getting in that 94-95 range, above his average. He's turning it loose here tonight. First game with the new team.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I just like the way that name sits on the back of his jersey.
Not everybody can have it fit so well. thing that would make that better would be 34.
Ooh, that would be a sharp look.
Yes, it would. Not everybody can do that.
48 looks good.
Feels good, too. That's a one-hopper handled by Franco, and the throw to first in time to retire the side.
Did he just do that? He tossed the ball up to himself.
7th inning stretch presented by Suncoast Hyundai dealers.
Pirates 6-1. Perfect timing with Wander Franco leading this inning off. How about this play? Getting into the NBA playoffs maybe a little bit. Our T-Mobile coverage cam. How about the spin to yourself? I thought I was seeing things when it really happened, but that was some kind of nifty play there by the Rays shortstop.
I'm not sure how to score that. Does he get 2 assists?
Should.
Well, he's going to lead off the bottom of the 7th.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. I mean, because he spun it. You know, he put backspin on that ball.
Yep.
There was intent to church that one up. Look good.
Wander Franco leads it off here, and the first pitch from the new pitcher number 3, Cody Bolton out there. And there's a strike. 0-2. Harold Ramirez will be next. And a shot back into deep right center. That baby's going to go out of here. Wander Franco has just hit his 6th home run of the year.
How about the last 2 plays of this game? The spin in the field and the bomb at the plate. No doubter, I might add.
Ramirez, and that pitch is off the plate wide. The Rays now have a 7-1 lead. 1-1. Franco has scored 3 runs. Driven in 2. Josh Lowe hit one out of sight in the 6th inning, and Franco down in the count 0-2. Hit one out to center. Ramirez is out on strikes, first out of the inning.
Location. Middle in. And Wander Franco, my gosh, right on time. Yeah, another flip. Flip the baseball, flip the bat.
Brandon Lau takes a strike. '64 home runs for the Rays now. 1-1. Two there on the foul ball. A ricochet shot. Strike call. Brandon Lau caught looking for the 2nd out of the inning. Tomorrow, Rays Live, the pregame presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. We'll hear from Zach Heflin. He'll be on the hill. Matt Joyce will break down Taylor Walls. That'll be fun. Wrap-up game of the series with the Pirates. Walls takes this pitch down, 1-0. One. Jump to the left side. Hayes will make a long throw, and it's there in time. So the home run to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning. The Rays tack on another run, and here's a look at that shot off the bat of Franco. 7-1 Tampa Bay. Rays baseball on Bally Sports, brought to you by your local Honda dealer and by Mid-Florida, Florida's community credit union. Home run off the bat of Wander Franco, adding a run. We go to the 8th. It's 7-1. Andrew McCutchen, the DH for Pittsburgh, leads off, taking that pitch out of the zone. Chase Anderson has followed Shane McClanahan to the mound tonight. 1-1. The right side toward the corner. That ball is going to be foul. It's sliced out of play.
The body English of Andrew McCutchen going up the first base line, trying to bend that ball fair. He ended up, I mean, I don't know, 8-10 feet into the turf. Watch where he ends up. Look at him going. You start the lean, and you get a real big lean here.
He was trying to get some angle to have that look fair. He lifts the fly ball into left. Raley corrals that one. One gone here in the 8th. Rays pitchers strike out 10 hitters during a home game. Go to any Cain's Furniture store within 5 days. Receive a Tijuana Flats coupon. Visit CainsStrikeout.com. To Santana. There's a ball. 1-0. One. Chase Anderson has been around, originally got to the big leagues with Arizona. There's a shot foul up the right side.
Oh, no, yeah. Ryan Thompson. It was a valiant effort down there. That hard hit line drive, trying to make that backhanded short hop, in between hop. Didn't quite get there.
There's some people looking for cover down there.
A lot of responsibility resting on the shoulders of Daniel Vogelbach down there.
Ground ball right side. Picked up by Lau, and the little sidearm toss over there.
I'm gonna guess that the home clubhouse isn't gonna be very fond of that either. Getting into hot water with the boys downstairs.
You have such a pleasing personality, and you make friends so easily.
Do I?
2 gone. A little chop off the bat of Joe. Down to Taylor. Across to Yandy. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. 7-1 Rays.
And our Chevy play of the game. The Rays continuing to tack on. This time it's Josh Lowe. 455 feet, destined for that back scoreboard on the back wall. Hit the D ring. But that ball I'll tell you, you talk about balls jumping off the bat, and there you go.
Longest of the year for the Rays. Pretty good list right there. And he got hold of that one and did everything except flatten that baseball.
Well, he may have, at least the side of it. Yeah, that ball, whoever ended up with that baseball, it's not going to roll straight.
Ball 3-1. Cody Bolton, the right-hander out there. To chop right side backhand by Santana. Bolton over to cover. Josh Lowe is out number 1. Reveal the world of excitement with scratch-offs from the Florida Lottery. Play for instant top prizes from $5,000 to $2 million. Only from the Florida Lottery. Must be 18 or older to play. Play responsibly. Jose Siri takes the ball. Siri walked his last time up there. He's got 5 runs off the starter Keller. This one is wide. And a run off Hernandez and one off Bolton. Now a strike. 2-1. Ground ball. That's grabbed by Castro. Throw to first. One hops in. Not in time. And the Rays center fielder is aboard with an infield hit.
And someone was excited about that. Castro, who's had a rough night for the Pirates, made a heck of a play there. Just too much speed going up the line. Long way to go. Gloves it. Got rid of it quickly. You can't do it really any better. Ooh, that is close. They may take a look at that. I think they're going to take a look at that. That was really close.
Pittsburgh is challenging the safe call at first base.
Well, the Pirates are going to challenge that.
I mean, that is bang, bang. You know, that's one of those that initially, that first look right there, you're happy it went the Rays' way, because that looks like a big potential for a stance.
I think you're right about that.
These plays can be so close.
Look at that.
Yeah, nothing definitive at all. They can't overturn this. No way.
After review, call on the field stands. The runner is safe. Pittsburgh loses their challenge.
So Adrian Johnson, the crew chief, lets us know that Siri will remain at first with an infield hit. Now Luke Raley. Raley lifts it into left the other way. Connor Joe going back. That's off the wall and bounds away from Joe. Rolling back toward the infield. Siri's going to be waved home, and he will score standing up. Raley winds up in second. The Rays make it an 8-1 ball game. Raley got some great carry over Joe's head and off the left field wall.
Four-seam fastball. Stays right on it, stays right through it, and he is a big, strong man, 6'4", 230 pounds, and that ball, he almost lined it into the stands. Jose Siri, And as soon as that ball gets off the wall, now he's reading where Connor Joe is, where the baseball is, and he's going to scamper home easily. He's kind of floating around those bases. By the way, it's been 2 days. That may be my favorite baseball name this year, Connor Joe.
Definitely in the running.
I like that name.
Put it in, blocked by Hedges, 2-0. Yeah, it has great commercial appeal to it.
Even just going through the, setting the defense,
Yep.
Connor Joe.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you, that's one area tonight that the Pittsburgh Pirates have really struggled in, is the defense. Some misplays, costly errors.
Three and one, the fastball catching the zone. Well, every spot in the lineup has reached base for the Rays tonight. Rayleigh's double drove in a run, put him aboard. And Mejia swings and misses. He's out on strikes. 2 gone in the inning. Well, tomorrow our coverage begins at 12:30. Vince Velasquez, who's been pitching well for Pittsburgh on the hill, and Zach Eflin will do the pitching for the Rays, and you can see how good he's been. How about that? 21 strikeouts, only 3 bases on balls.
Rays just hammer home the point, fill up the strike zone, especially early, quality strikes, expand late. They have the guys that are able to go out there and execute that, and Eflin fits in perfectly.
Down to third. That ball comes up on Hayes. He recovers and throws late to first base. Rayleigh goes to third. And Diaz reaches as that ball got away from Ke'Bryan Hayes.
And he is a top-notch defender. Just cut himself into an in-between hop and couldn't make the play. Again, this has been an issue for the Pirates really last night and especially here tonight. Defense has been shoddy.
Well, they posted a hit on the scoreboard.
How?
I can't answer that question.
Yeah, if that's not an error, then I don't think they exist.
Well, the Pirates are talking it over. We'll remind you to stay tuned for Rays Live, the post game presented by Advent Health. Rich and Matt will anchor the coverage of Rays Live, the post game. You'll hear from Kevin Cash. There'll be interviews from the clubhouse. Break down the performance of Shane McClanahan. 6 innings and 9 strikeouts. Wander Franco now bats, which is a strike. Franco homered to center field in the 7th inning.
I did your in my scorebook. I did what your old partner. I put Yandy at first in my scorebook and just put a WW. Wasn't watching. I'm not scoring that.
Just account for the space and go on. 1-2 now.
I love that you taught me that trick. It allows me to fill my book out by the end of the game.
Absolutely. Down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wander takes that one down, a full count. Jose Siri had the infield hit. He has scored. He scored on Raley's double, then a strikeout, and another base hit. First and third now, 2 gone, and the 3-2 pitch. Chops it over the mound, and that ball going to be up. Oh, now there's going to call interference. They're going to call interference on Diaz as he tried to make his way to second. The ball was bobbled by Bay, and Yandy having a hard time accepting that, but let's take a look. I don't think there was any interference.
It starts with Shane McClanahan, another strong outing from him. 6 strong innings, 1 earned run given up, 9 strikeouts. The Rays getting involved with the long ball again. You saw Josh Lowe with that shot off the D ring. Wander Franco getting involved. Andrew McCutchen actually got the Pirates on the board early with a solo home run to left field. Mitch Keller threw the ball much better than. Listen, he gave up 3 earned runs or 3 unearned runs in that third inning. So he deserved a better fate.
5 runs total, only 1 earned.
Yeah, that's rough. But that's been kind of the story. We've been kind of talking about the Pirates defense kind of letting them down, and you know, the Rays just have taken full advantage. Chase Anderson's throwing the ball well. Yep. That.
Well, the thing about him, he's a veteran guy, and you know, he for a stretch was a starting pitcher, got a lot of starts, a lot of innings. 2-1 now.
Settled in too. He has settled in with that fastball, showing good velocity on it, cutting it. Change up there.
3 balls and a strike to count. Rodolfo Castro. Castro stepping back for a moment. Back. The count is full. Well, the Rays have this big lead, 8-1. Anderson with a shot had a save. Got 2 innings under his belt, opening the 9th. So he technically could get a 3-inning save here tonight. Soft little looping liner over the head of Lau and into right for a base hit.
Well, didn't get all of it, just enough. Brandon Lau giving a great effort to try to get back there and make that play, and just a little too much on it.
Miguel Andujar. It's been there for a strike. Ball foul. Down the third base side toward the bullpen.
I'll tell you what, we've seen a lot of plays being made down both lines. That one did not get made. A rarity. By the way, Dwayne, I've been informed that is not Daniel Vogelbach. That is Bryson Padgett.
There you go.
UCF grad.
Okay. We're running the security detail down there for the bullpen.
That's right.
They depend on him.
But I'm telling you, Daniel Vogelbach, that's his doppelganger.
And a strike is called. Ball popping away, but with first base occupied. Andujar is the first out. And that's 10 strikeouts for Rays pitching tonight. McClanahan had 9. Anderson, veteran right-hander. He's had essentially parts of 10 years in the big leagues. And he's trying to pick up his first save. Bay takes ball 1. With a walk, a bunt single, and another single. That's a strike. 1-1 is a stolen base. Also charged with an error in the 2-run 5th for the Rays. Lifts it toward left center. Raley is right there, and he makes the catch. Siri raced over there and was right behind Raley when Raley made the catch.
Yeah, that was interesting. Never a dull moment with these guys.
That's right. It was almost as if Siri had not seen Raley in a long time and was happy to get over there and make sure he caught that ball. Well, it's 8-1. 2 outs with a runner on in the 9th inning. And Jack Sawinski is going to pinch hit.
How about that pitch? Come right in and see that nasty changeup from Chase Anderson. I'll tell you, he has really settled in nicely, and this is a fantastic pitch. Great location, great arm action.
And that's strike 2. 2. Yeah, it was nice to see Anderson come in here and join the club, and McClanahan goes 6. The Rays score 8 runs, and Anderson on the verge of completing a 3-inning save, and that's going to do it. A swing and miss. Sawinski out on strikes. 11 strikeouts for Rays pitching, and they win this game 8-1. McClanahan will go to 6-0. Here's that final pitch.
How about this sequence against Sawinski? Changeup, backup cutter, and then the changeup down and away. What a nasty pitch. What an outstanding finish for Anderson and the Rays. Great job all around. Offensively, taking advantage of some opportunities, and the pitching certainly was fantastic between Anderson and, of course, McClanahan.
So an 8-1 win for the Rays over the Pirates. McClanahan 6-0. Keller 3-1. Anderson's first save in his career. Took 2 hours and 22 minutes to play it, and the Rays come away winners. For Ron Anderson and the rest of our crew, Dwayne Stats, hope you've enjoyed the telecast. Rays Live, the postgame comes your way next. We will see you tomorrow afternoon.